So I have had requests about this whistleblower thing. This whistleblower thing. Understand, I have been. What the hell's going on down here? I have been out of the loop when it comes to the news. I've been doing a whole bunch of other things. So, I don't know what's going on really. So I'm going to take a kind of a, and I didn't really feel like looking it up. I looked up one thing and it sort of gave me a synopsis. And so I'm going to go off of that. If I miss something, let me know. So apparently, what's going on is Donald Trump had a conversation with the Ukrainian official, president, but the Ukrainian official. And he coerced, he bribed, he did all these other little things with this Ukrainian official. He bribed. He tried to extort. He basically broke the law on the phone with this Ukrainian official. There is a transcript of this call, says a whistleblower. There is information about this call. Donald Trump and those around him are blocking this information. I think this is right. I don't know. This is just a little blurb that I read just now, that they're blocking this information. So will Adam Schiff Nim get this information? The back of these cards are so busy. So let's see. And someone asked, will that lead to impeachment? Because apparently on this call is where he asks for that information about Joe Biden's son. So, here's my thing. How many more things does this man have to do? They're about to start a war overseas. Him and his cronies. He has broken every law over here except jaywalking. He has done everything that you could possibly impeach a president for. He has broken the emoluments clause. He has coerced this. He has obstructed justice over here. He has money ties over here. All this stuff, Miss Pelosi, and nothing at all. She says, I read this today too, because there's a, all the candidates are now saying, if you don't impeach him, you're not doing your job and all this. Not to her, but just to Congress, period. And what she says is, it's not worth creating a martyr. If you go after Donald Trump and you cannot nail him to the wall specifically, not I heard and we heard and I seen specifically, you have to have something to nail him to the wall. If you do not have that, then what you do is you create him an out, and then he gets off the hook, and then that creates more support for him, and then he is now a martyr, and then he has a greater chance of being reelected. This is what she says. And that makes sense if it were not for the fact that he has broken the law 842 times in the last 10 seconds. Knight of Swords, rushing recklessly. Will they get this information and will it lead to impeachment? So they're trying very hard right now. This is chaotic energy. Page of Wands. There's news coming out. There is news coming out. Recklessly. Let's go. The Tower. It's an interesting tower. It's like the tower is on fire, but there are no people falling from the building. There are just people down here sort of being hit with debris. There's a person here probably calling emergency services. So it's a bystander situation. This could be your whistleblower. Because they're still inside. As you see, there are people inside this building still. They haven't been thrown out of it like the usual tower cards. There's still an inside person bringing it down, probably from within. So this rushing recklessly to get information. I was stopped by this initially. This looks like an eel or a fish out of water of some sort. But it's like evolutionary because they don't have back legs, but they do have front legs. So this is, even though it's quick chaotic energy, I think it's chaotic energy around the situation. But something like this inevitably was going to happen. You know, I can watch other tarot readers' videos and they pull a card and it's like, I get it instantly. I pull my own cards and it makes me think so hard. But there's a reason for that too, because my brain works that way. I can't look at 1 + 1 is 2. I have to say, well, where did the plus sign come from? Who put it there? Why do you need 2? So I'm that person. So that's why I have to look into all that. 10 of Cups. So let's see what that means. What's with it? Temperance. So that's interesting. So this is my Democrat card. 10 of Cups. And then this is temperance. Moderation. Something for your own good. But you cross your arms and you don't really want it. But if you look at this child's shirt, that's the face of a group called Anonymous, where was the face of a character in a movie, but they use that mask for their thing now. They call themselves Anonymous. They're supposed to be like whistleblowers. They're supposed to release information into the world that higher ups don't want you to see. So there are anonymous people. You see the anarchy on his hat there too. There are anonymous people on the other side of the aisle that they need to work with that will help them in this fight. They don't want to be seen as going against the party, but they don't want to also be known to their colleagues in private as an enabler. Interesting. Queen of Coins. This always interests me, this card. Queen of Coins. This is my America card. But it says fresh today for sale, as in a new start for America. It didn't say fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. It says fresh today. Like you can buy a whole new today. It's like, I don't know if that's just a typo but I'm going to look at it as, I'm pretty sure it's saying fresh today, as in these are fresh today. And then the other part of the message is for sale, as in we sell things here. So I'm sure it's like fresh today for sale. But yeah, when you look at it, it says fresh today for sale. There's a new start. And it's a dishonor. So we are in a position right now of the bully pulpit. Looks like a Top Chef competition, and he take all the knives. So it's America versus the bully, which is what the situation is, because they're stopping the information from coming out by using some sort of bully pulpit. But will it come out and will it lead to impeachments? The fear, 9 of Wands, uphill battle. In this in particular deck, it's like ostracizing. In the hopes, 10 of Pentacles, GOP. So they want the structure. They want the government to now sort of back up what they need to back up. In the environment, Knight of Coins. This is the responsible one. This is the reliable one. Look at all of the kids back here in their teenage years having fun, and then looking at him washing his car like, dude, it's Saturday, we're out of school. What are you doing? You're such a geek washing a car when you could be out having fun. Meanwhile, he's got money in his hand and you ain't got nothing. So, the responsible one. What's behind that? The devil. Now, isn't that interesting? He's smoking, they're drinking, he's got money in his hand going down a one-way street. Who does that remind you of? It's the devil card, after all. But behind the responsible one is the devil. So somebody, there is this this thing the police spread a long time ago, that if you see something, say something. So this was supposed to be like the antithesis to snitching, because if you see something, don't say nothing. That's snitch is code. Snitches get stitches, as they say. So if I see something, I ain't saying nothing because it ain't my business. I ain't getting involved. But if you see something, say something. So this is the responsible one, who decided to come forth with information, because this is our mercenaries, so they do deliver the goods. Behind is the devil. They saw something, they said something. Now they're being punished for it. The warning, the hermit. If we isolate the whistleblower, this is not going to be a good thing. What he needs right now is support and not isolation. You can't make this just about him and what he did. Support. 5 of Coins, that's your solace. So that's like out in the cold, that's a desperation. Anxiety, and 2 of Wands. So right now it is teetering. Will it come out? The moon, there's your mystery. Eight of Coins, Queen of Wands. There is something legal that they're going to try to use as to why it is they won't release the information. But in the end, the transition, something new in the world. So we will eventually get this. There is a delay. Because there's a legal fight. There's my Queen of Swords. There's a legal fight that's going to happen first. So will this lead to impeachment? Will this lead to impeachment proceedings? So, fine, we'll use these. Six of Cups. Nostalgia. Wheel of Fortune, Turning of the Fate. Three of Cups. Celebration and the Lovers. So, will this lead to impeachment? You have to get the other side engaged. It's the only way. Six of Cups is nostalgia. They've been here before with this type of thing. And the turning of the wheel depends on the other side. That's how it would lead to. That's how this in particular thing would lead to impeachment proceedings. Now, let's take another little stab in the dark. You know, we have to update this question so much. Will he make it? Before, I said he will make it because he's Teflon Don and nothing he does ever sticks to him. And the Democrats' backbone has been missing since forever. So they're not going to do anything to him. So, let us see. Will he make it his full term? This is what I personally think, is that he will make it. I've never done a reading that says he's going to make it for sure. What I've done is a reading that says that it's up to him. So he'll have to resign. It's not, we fired him. So, let's see. Will he make it? Two of Cups. Cooperation and unity. Knight of Swords. Rushing ahead recklessly. Full steam ahead. Crossing it is the GOP. They are his enablers after all. There is regret and sorrow. And the White House. So this is his biggest mistake. I know it seems as though this is what he wanted because that's what Putin wanted. This is what he wanted because he wanted to enrich himself. He never wanted to change his life this way. He was running for admiration, and what he got was headache. The ultimate liar with the magician and bickering and fighting. So there's your setup, right? Now in the fear. Donald Trump. King of Swords. I felt Mike Pence. Mike Pence could do something, but that's a fear on that. Interesting. The hopes, major change in the environment, out in the cold. So this is what the world wants. Yeah. Time is going to get rid of him eventually. It's like, I understand where you're coming from, but this is a time thing. This is also a money thing with the Pentacles, but it will happen. It's just not going to happen tomorrow. But time. Sneaky, that's your word of warning, your word of solace. It will catch up eventually. This is your solace. I know it seems like the storm will never pass, and it seems like the rain will never end. The Pharaoh and his army is in front of you, and the Red Sea is behind you, or however the song goes. It's a song. The Red Sea is in front of you, and the Pharaoh and his army is behind you. It will end. I know there's even some that say he will be the last president and the world will end. It's just a time thing. That's all. It's like childbirth. It's like it will be over eventually. You know. Just gave birth to a 289-pound baby. Your outcome, he is out. Will he make it his full term? This is out. This is you have to sit down and rest and celebration. That does not tell me yes, though. We can say, oh, yes, that means our celebration. That ain't what that said. It just said celebration. But I think that's what it means. That's his outcome. Will he make it his full term? He is out. What I feel from this, okay. Is that he is out in committees. This is not celebration. This is alliance. This is cooperation. This is collaboration. Like the committees have to step in now because he's no longer president. And so there is this, we have to decide on what to do. Even though, yes, Pence moves up, but there's still a protocol that has to happen. And the president is out. But it's going to take time. This is probably a next year thing. So just, hold on to the morning lights. Trouble don't last always. So, let's poke the bear. When? When? It could just be November of next year as in election season, but, because there is a celebration, and there is a celebration at the time we pick a new president, so maybe that's what it is. But he is out. But he could just be out in November. So, when? I'm going to use that, actually. There is a book that I have for timing. This is the book I learned from, in case anybody was interested. And she has a spread for timing in here. Timing. This is not the right one, but there is some timing. And it has something to do with the ace. And I forget because it's not foolproof. It doesn't work all the time. Because things change. Well, let's poke the bear anyway. Table of contents. Where's timing? Timing. To tell you how I hate to read, but I read this book in like 3 days while learning tarot at the same time. Because when you see something you like, then you read it. But right now I'm skimming and I'm taking too much time. Timing. Because there is a way she did it where you use the ace. And she like broke it down and all these type of things. And so let's try it. Let's try it. So from the beginning, oh no, that's how you do it. Although I'm trying anytime in format, da 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 da. She can't take credit for it. Who cares? So let's do the spread. 10-card spread. Oh, you can cut the way they say cut. First card, Empress, something brand new. Crossing it with bickering and fighting. At the end is Four of Wands, White House. There's that celebratory card again. Out in the cold comes up again. And the King of Swords is out in the cold. There is the Eight of Wands. So we're talking communications. There is the King of Wands. This is the new president, I believe. There is the timing card yet again, and King of Pentacles. We did not get an ace, because that's what we're supposed to be looking for is the aces. I just think he's out. I think he's out when you get the new president. I think he's going to make it, but the cards have always said otherwise, but there's the ending to him as the new president. So let's poke the bear again. Will he get reelected? Will he get reelected? There's the world. Complete. It's done. Messages. Wishful thinking. America. And new relationship. Right in the middle, preparations for something else. At the bottom, lovers. No. I don't see re-election unless they cheat, which they've been known to do, so, but no. He's out.